Good afternoon and welcome back to Overland, Italy. This episode is a sense of southern Italy, part 2, La Castella. Good morning. Today is Saturday, August the 19th, 2023, and we've been camped literally right on the beach for the last several days here in Cropani Marina in Calabria in southern Italy. And it's been a pretty fantastic week. August 15th was a national holiday, much like Memorial Day or Labor Day in the United States. And so there were just tons of people walking up and down the beach, not too far down. All of those umbrellas that are currently closed were open during the day, and music was playing, and it was just great to see so many families out enjoying the water, having fun, laughing, relaxing. Very mellow, non-stressful, non-aggressive environment. Just very enjoyable, very relaxing. So we had a couple of our side awnings up just to protect the sun as it crosses the sky throughout the day, to give us a little bit of shade under the awning. Did a little bit of four-wheeling along the sand, not too much. Actually helped pull out a car with the winch. It was pretty funny because they pulled in and they got stuck right within the range of my winch. So I didn't even have to move the car or break down the awning or anything of that nature to go to them. It was almost like they just came to me and got stuck, and I was able to help them get out with the Max-Trax boards in addition to the winch. So actually, once we pulled them out, we then had to lay the Max-Trax behind them to create a little bit of a ramp so that they could back up and get back onto solid ground. I don't know what they were thinking. That's pretty funny. Anyway, so I'm going to turn the camera around, give you a shot of where we're at, and thanks for joining us. So Cropani Marina is a very quaint coastal town in Catanzaro, ironically in one of the most active industrial areas in the territory, quite famous for producing and processing olive oil. Not thousands, but literally millions of olive trees as you go back inland just a little way. This is a really special plant called the Giglio di Mare, which translated means sea lily, and it has an amazing scent that it produces. It's beautiful and it's protected. My wife was born in Relais Marina, which is about 6 kilometers from here, and grew up in Cropani Marina. While we were on our visit, my wife ran into the owner of Relais Ruggiero, and you see in the distance, we'll be able to take a look at his bed and breakfast with one of the most spectacular panoramic views in all of southern Italy. Having lived here for 5 years myself, I really enjoyed the opportunity to run for kilometers along these beaches. We really appreciate you liking and subscribing to our videos. It makes a big difference to our channel. Thank you. While our daughter Valentina Lancelotti was working at the Blau Beach Bar and Restaurant, us older folk went up to the Scacco Matto, which is Italian for the restaurant Checkmate, and had an amazing meal. It's in Sarsala in Catanzaro. And the restaurant is so good, you've got a waiting list of almost 6 months just to get in. When our bellies were more than full, we made our way back down to bed and breakfast called the Relais Ruggiero. And I'll put the website for his location up on the screen in just a moment. But this view is just breathtaking. I can think of no other location in southern Italy that has a cliff this steep, this close to the Ionian Sea, where you can get a panoramic view of just a huge section of the southern Italian peninsula. We were fortunate enough to be positioned at the top of this spectacular location with a view that was just unprecedented. It's difficult to get a sense for how steep this road is that you're walking down to get to the little beach area until you turn around and look back up where you can see our rooftop tent. But when you do get to the bottom, quite quickly, there's this little docking area for not only small local fisher boats, but also little commuter boats that can take you across to have a cafe or have dinner at the La Castella, or even sneak on all the way over to Botticello or Cropani Marina itself. The cliffs that are in this area change color during the course of the day, and when that sunset hits that face right there, it's something to behold. It really is. So if you have it on your calendar to travel to Italy anytime in the near future, you might want to put this destination down as a go-to place. It's exceedingly romantic. The opportunities that you have to see the La Castella, to taste the local cuisine and fish, taste the wines and have the olive oils with bread and just a little pinch of salt. I think you'd be very, very happy that you made it to this destination. So when we're at the bottom and we kind of turned back around and looked up this hill, this road is now actually off limits. Just because it's so steep and most vehicles don't have the ability to even get back up it. It is impressive. So this view is literally, for all intents and purposes, right outside the back door of Bed and Breakfast, the Relais Ruggiero. And to be able to just have a nice meal and then come and sit out here with a glass of wine, where we were parked and camped, and to just see that sunset and then to watch the stars come out afterwards. It was pretty special. Of course, when we woke up in the camper, we had just fresh, cool morning air. And that's just something special about having a pop-up clamshell tent like this, where you're waking up to this view in the morning. It's hard to believe when you're there in the moment how beautiful it is and how refreshing it is to see this first thing in the morning when you wake up and hop down and make yourself a nice espresso. It really is remarkable. So this is Franco's Bed and Breakfast, the Relais Ruggiero. Please visit his website, relaisruggiero.it for Italy /en for English, so that you can find their availability and book a reservation for yourself. They spent several years building this house out by hand, and they did a phenomenal job. So this house is seated maybe not even 100 feet from that spectacular cliff. And once you pull outside of the entrance area, within 2 minutes, you're at the La Castella.
Good morning. Today is Sunday, August the 20th, 2023, and we are wrapping up our 7-day excursion down to southern Italy. Right now we are at La Castella, which translates the castle. Very complicated. And this castle has been standing for about 1,600 years. I believe it was built around 400 AD. And what a fantastic trip to see the history, the culture, the cafe, the food, the prosciutto, the formaggio, the wine. I mean, what a fantastic trip. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.